family, but she took the river with Judas. Tearing down the barrel of his gun, yes, he shot me down. I died and someone brought me back to life, but never to my senses. Pounce on that shit, dance. Pounce on that shit, dance.
All right, what's up, y'all? I'm talking. We're going to start. I know someone else is live right now. Anybody watching the replay, coming in, catching? I know people going to be in and out. So I want to talk about Dallas Regional Hospital. Dallas Regional Medical Center has sparked controversy and is very, very well wide known. It all started when a woman went and she was taking a video of her going into labor and how she sat in labor for minutes and finally had her baby. I think somebody said in 10 minutes. And the way that the woman wasn't comforting her or taking her to the room to get her vitals or putting her somewhere where she could hurry up and get it, the nurse was moving very, very slow. Now there's another video of this being the same nurse. And this woman just treated this man, was looking like she didn't want to treat him, and he had a seizure. So I'm gonna play some videos, and it has sparked a lot of people to come out with their truth about what happened. So we're gonna go from the beginning, what video started all of this, and then we're gonna go ahead and go to everyone else's story.
What? How many times have you been pregnant?
So this video keeps going of a woman clearly in active labor about to have her baby, and the person checking her in just ignores her and keeps asking stupid questions. And as an OBGYN, I want to share my absolute rage at this. If you work in labor and delivery and you wonder why people go to TikTok for information, or maybe they don't want to come to the hospital to have their baby, it's because of things like that. And that holds even more so true for Black pregnant people in this country, because their outcomes are so much worse. Now, I have a hard time wrapping my brain around this because nobody I ever work with would do that. But sadly, these places exist. So this is a call to those folks who work in healthcare to say, see, stop acting shocked when somebody doesn't trust you or looks to somebody else who doesn't even have a medical degree, because at least they feel seen and heard and taken care of. So we need to do a better job of being the safe space for people. And for Christ's sake, get the woman in a room and help her have her baby.
Right now. Is your
Okay, hold on. So it says her son was born 12 minutes later. This is Dallas Regional Medical Hospital in Mesquite, Texas. This woman had her in the waiting area more than 30 minutes. The delivery was awful. All right, so we're going to go to some more stories, honey, because this woman say the same thing happened to her. This is crazy. Like, what is going on? So it says this exact same thing happened to my daughter last month at Dallas Regional Medical Center. She was screaming like this for 9 hours. They didn't give her an epidural until she hit 9 centimeters. Now, from what I understand, once they hit 7 centimeters, you are not supposed to give an epidural. I don't know Dallas Regional, what y'all got going on? To the fact is that these women this woman is getting epidural at 9 centimeters. I know, like, what are you doing? She had her less than an hour later. We begged for help. They did nothing to help us. I'm gonna let you hear it.
Hey, bro, don't do that. Don't do that.
I would suggest that this person file a medical malpractice lawsuit.
Apparently, that nurse from Dallas Regional Medical Hospital is a menace. I woke up to a bunch of people tagging me in a video from 2023 where they're saying this is the same exact nurse and she was involved in another situation where they treated a patient horribly. Y'all let me know if this is the same nurse or not.
Going back in the building, man. We got it.
I'm gonna wait right here with my boyfriend.
All right.
You can go ahead and turn your phone off too, please.
I can record. I'm in a public place.
Everything that you're doing. So.
That's fine. That's fine. All right.
Yeah, look at the treatment.
It looks just like her to me. That woman in that video, like, look at her face right here. That is a evil individual.
Why does she still have her job? And I know it's multiple complaints on her. Who does she know that she still has her job?
You are looking at. That woman looked like she does not give a shit. How is it that these people are being recorded, handling patients so bad and so poorly, but yet they still have a job and they continue to do the same things and nobody does anything about it? As I mentioned in my last video, if you're going to get into the medical field, make sure it's something that's a passion. If not, you're going to end up being somebody like her.
All right. So here we go.
Tony, how can I help you?
Why taking black patients if you want to treat them right?
I'm sorry, say that again, ma'am.
Why taking black patients if you want to treat them right?
Ma'am, we do know about that. We're marking down the complaints about it. I can't really go into it, honestly, but I will let them know that you called and are complaining about it, and we've had many calls.
So just to let you know, this nurse name is LaCrista Vaughn. LaCrista Vaughn is a nurse that is mistreating a lot of Black patients at the Dallas Regional Medical Center. And a lot of people are having problems with her. So we're going to continue to keep watching some videos because I don't think I ever want to go there and see her, honey.
Okay?
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. I'm sorry, keep Tony. How can I help you?
Why taking black patients if you want to treat them right?
I'm sorry.
So now we're going to move on to something else. Now, this is a woman is talking about, this woman is showing her child being born and how they handled her child in the labor and delivery room.
Matter of fact, what's everyone's name? What the fuck? If you're unaware, that is the baby of the woman who the nurses made wait in a wheelchair while she was in active labor, actively crowning, water broken, to fill out paperwork. And then they handle her baby like that. I have never called somewhere and complained on someone else's behalf, but that shit just pissed me the fuck off.
This is crazy. And the fact that they're holding that baby like that. So there is news that LaCrista has been terminated. Let's see.
Hey, love bugs. I just wanted to come on here and report that the update to Miss Carrie Jones, the young lady who was in the emergency room in active labor, and the nurse, LaCrista Vaughn, who was doing her triage and had her in that wheelchair in triage for 30 minutes while she was in active labor, Miss Vaughn has been terminated. So to all of you who called and made your complaints known and voiced your concern for this young lady, as well as anyone else who has been put in that position, thank you. And understand that your voice matters. As a nurse, I am beyond relieved to know that in this case, someone was listening. Someone heard what we were saying and they did something about it. As I shared with you before, there are lots of ramifications, when nurses do things and we do things illegally. Not only do we stand to be terminated from our jobs, we also stand a high chance of having to go before the board of nursing of our respective state, and having a review before the board of nursing. Not only can that lead to, in addition to your termination, you can also have your license suspended. You may be required to do additional training until you meet so set expectations of the board of nursing, or you can even have your license revoked. So, Ms. Vaughn's issues have just begun. Termination from her place of employment is just the beginning. And that's not to say that she may not stand civil and punitive damages for what she has done that created the post-delivery issues for her newborn son. So there is so much to this case, not just that she was not tended to in the legal, ethical, and medical manner in which her case required, but also once she gave delivery to her son, there was additional medical duress and issues that have put her son at risk. So Ms. Vaughn faces a long road of inquiry, issue, and review. But to everyone who filed a complaint, who called and stated their concern, thank you. This is what we need in our community to change how healthcare is executed with everyone. There should not be a special rule or circumstances or conditions. Healthcare and medical attention should be issued straight across the board. So I'm so very glad that this case is being handled expeditiously, and I'll keep you updated as we learn more. As always, guys, protect your peace and your mental health.
All right. So that is very good to know. I feel like the doctors that was holding that baby need to be fired as well. I'm sorry. It was like, here go the baby. Like the way they held him. I don't know if she was holding him because he was too big, but they need to be, yeah, no. So I'm glad that she is let go and terminated, but like that lady said, she has to go towards the you know, she has to go ahead and go towards the board in Texas to see if she keep her license. All right, let's go to another. This is an OBGYN who's going to speak on this, and she has something she wants to say about this situation.
Fuck! When's your due date?
Whatever you're doing right now, I need you to stop and watch this video.
Fuck! When's your due date? Right now!
So you don't have to be an OBGYN. You don't have to have any medical knowledge to know that this woman is in distress.
Is your due date? 11.
For those primal screams, not to invoke an ounce of humanity. Think about that.
What? How many times have you been pregnant?
Seriously, who gives a fuck? The baby's coming.
3! This is your 3rd pregnancy? Yes! You have 2 babies. It's in my ass!
3rd baby, it's in my ass, means she's going to have a baby on the floor unless she gets that woman to a room now.
You have 2 babies at home?
What does that matter?
Lang is her doctor.
Let's talk about this Dallas video because it's not just bad behavior, it's dangerous, it's discriminatory, and it's why Black women in this country keep dying. The young woman's in active labor, and clinically we all know that priorities shift. Intake stops, and your eyes should be on that mom and the baby. But instead, we're watching a nurse sit there asking frivolous questions while a Black woman is clearly in distress, progressing, and not treated with the urgency and dignity that she deserves. It's not just rude. It's dangerous. It's egregious, and it's actually disgusting medical care. And I need y'all to understand something, that as a Black OBGYN, this is not an isolated incident. This is a culture. And this is what happens when a healthcare system that is not designed for anyone outside the majority, this is how it affects and shapes the legacy and how Black women are treated in real time. This is our maternal mortality numbers. This is how Black women end up ignored, undiagnosed, untreated, and unprotected. It's a bias, it's systematic, and it's behavior like this that gets passed down, normalized, excused. This is a culture problem in Dallas, Texas, probably as a whole. And a culture doesn't change with a press release. It changes with accountability, retraining, leadership, consequences, and a refusal to let people like this touch patients. So, in closing, Black women deserve urgency, compassion, and clinical excellence. This ain't it. What we saw was unacceptable, and it's time that the healthcare system finally stops pretending that this doesn't happen. You need to do better.
I agree. First of all, she said it right on the head that Black women do get mistreated during childbirth. Doctors do not listen to Black women. And some doctors feel like they just complaining, or they just, oh, it's not that bad. It is bad. The fact that we just saw a video that they put a epidural in a woman's back at 9 centimeters is crazy to me. And then the baby is born, a Black woman. It's very concerning to me. Okay. So she is fired. I don't know if anyone else had any. So they also showed the Texas Board of Nursing, of nursing, and where she probably had to go and what she has to do. So let's look at that.
So I recently just watched the video of the Black mother going into labor at Dallas Regional Medical Center. And she was unfortunately met with the nurse that is all too common in the profession. Nurses that are racist, the bullies, pure evil. That video was a hard watch because you can see the amount of pain and suffering this mother is going through. Active labor, delayed care. And the nurse is just worried about charting, asking how many times she was pregnant before. Just a blank, lifeless face. Just getting the work done. There for the money. Chasing nursing as a trend. So I recently just watched the video of the Black mother going into labor at Dallas Regional Medical Center. And she was unfortunately met with the nurse that is all too common in the profession. Nurses that are racist, the bullies, pure evil. That video was a hard watch because you can see the amount of pain and suffering this mother is going through. Active labor, delayed care. And the nurse is just worried about charting, asking how many times she was pregnant before. Just a blank, lifeless face. Just getting the work done. There for the money. Chasing nursing as a trend. So I recently...
Right. I agree.
So I recently...
Hold on, y'all. Let me stop sharing. Okay. So someone did call the Texas Board of Health of Nursing.
The assigner of the assignment understood who they were assigning the assignment to. You have to ask the assigner on that one. Personally, I don't think they did any research. So I understood the assignment.
Honey, she may be losing her border license, and I do not blame them at all. I do not blame anyone for them taking it away. I don't. I really don't. Let's go to her Facebook. I don't know if she let her Facebook go, y'all, but we're going to see. Nope, she didn't. It's still here. All right. So it's nothing much on her Facebook, but it shows that she is a nurse. It shows that she is an RN, and she is in Texas. She hasn't said anything. She likes to travel and be around her kids. Well, Krista, wait, what's the comments? Oh, she thread through her comments. So obviously she is fired. And her comments, she has went, I guess she had the time to go through her comments and take out comments, filter through them. I guess so. I don't know. Listen, being racist in this country and treating Black women wrong in this country is now a price of debt. And we are now seeing it with the way people are losing things, the way they're aging and all of that such. LaCrista, whatever, however you say your name, Ms. Vaughn was wrong. Ms. Vaughn has been mistreating all of her Black patients. Ms. Vaughn act like she does not want to be there as a RN. As a RN, what she should have did was get her to her room and had the questions answered as they prep her, or come back, or have someone come back and get those answers that she's needed. Check her vitals while she was there. The most part, say her name, check her to her room, get her vitals together, get her doctor called, get her prepped to have a baby, just get her doctor in to see how far along she is. Once she check her, see how far along she is, they will see if she want an epidural, assign her nurses to her, and make sure she is being treated correctly. She dropped the ball, and it cost her her job, and it may cost her her license. And to hear that this is a problem in Texas is very alarming. And it's crazy to me because in Atlanta, yeah, there's some issues, but that is such a big issue with that. And I hear there's a lot of Black doctors, a lot of Black nurses. So mistreatment should not go that way. Another thing that I'm starting to see is that this is why Texas need to be out there on them polls so they can hold these people accountable and get the right people. I hope these families did get a malpractice nurse, especially the one with the epidural at 9 centimeters, getting epidural, and having her push out a baby 5-10 minutes later when she is having a child getting ready to come out her uterus is insane. She could have moved the wrong way and been left paralyzed. Something could have happened to the baby, but I thank God it did not happen. There's another hospital as well that's on the lookout, and it is Texas. It's a Texas hospital. I'm going to talk about that. It may not be today, but it will be tomorrow. But I am glad that they did get her held accountable, as they should. Black women deserve better. Black women deserve better. And what irks my nerves is for the people to sit here and say, oh, well, we want y'all to have babies. We want y'all to keep pushing your Black and brown babies. We need those babies. Baby, look how we're being treated when we go to the emergency room or to have our children. You want us to push out children, but look how these men are acting towards us that don't want them. And okay, because there's some that'll knock you up and don't want them and don't want to be parents. We need to talk about that. And it's not all men. So look at how we're being treated at the hospital. Epidural at 9 centimeters, sitting down for 30 minutes while a child is coming out our uterus in the next 10 or 15 minutes. But you want us to keep pushing out children for your bank for your sake, and you're not even acknowledging what we're going through. The misinformation with some of these doctors when we're having children. Oh, they're fine. They're just complaining. That's what we get. But America wants Black women to keep pushing out children and don't want to find a solution to the problem is wild to me. It's wild to me. And that is the biggest problem. And that's why it's a decline. That's why the birth rates are low. Oh, they're having nobody's going to the clinic, baby. They're just not doing anything. Because nobody wants to be not just single mothers, but not even that. They don't want to go through the fact that they have to go to a hospital and anything can happen to them. You're telling them you feel sick. Oh, that's fine. You're just tired from the baby. Yeah, miss me with the bullshit. Someone said, I hope the hospital does the right thing and fire you. You should not be in healthcare. You don't deserve to be. The way you act, it speaks for itself. You should be ashamed. Karma handles the rest. May karma find its way to you ASAP. Girl, you just gotten it. Girl, you're going to get in trouble. You should lose your license. Need to be fired immediately. I'm not surprised that a Bible verse quoting right to left to life, Christian, care less about a woman who's in pain during childbirth. I hope you're brought before the nursing board to answer for that video for the woman suffering while you are checking boxes and filling out paperwork. You need to lose your license and never work again. You should be reported and lose your nursing license forever. Should be fired immediately. She's a mother. Damn shame. And in the climate that we are in, that women are trying to force other women to have children, these pro-life, this is why women do not want to have children in this climate. The mistreatment, the ignorance of your body, they don't care, and feeling like there's no safety for these children. This is why. And before anybody sit here and say, well, they need to be pro-life and marry off, let me ask you a question. Why, when you guys are allowing us to be mistreated in this climate, in this healthcare, why? What she did to her was something that I've heard of women who are having babies and did not get the proper care back then. It's very alarming. I'm going to end this video here. Let me know your thoughts. There wasn't much on this hospital, but we are going to talk about another one. And I think I'm going to start a little series with this one too, because I really want the Black community to pay attention and do things that need to be done. I want to thank, hold on, y'all. But I do want to talk about it in this climate that we're in this regime, because that is the goal for people to have children, even teenagers to have children. And yeah, with the way that they're letting people be nurses is ridiculous. But I do want to thank everyone that I saw take a stand, call, get this woman fired, have her lose her license. That is what you should be doing. Kudos to you guys. If you stand for nothing, you fall for anything. I hope you guys enjoyed this live. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one. I see you guys at 12. We're going to talk about Miss Mary and her situation. We're going to do a deep dive today. So I want to thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
It's in the reach of my arms, the span of my hips, the stride of my step, the curl of my lips. I'm a woman, phenomenally.
Birds singing in the dead of night.